As you know, at least twice I've been asked what I think about this Washington Post article that talked about the fraud that veterans are perpetrating on the system. It has made me really angry, but it's made me think this is a planned attack on veterans getting their benefits. I did Social Security disability for years, and I saw this exact same thing happen. All of a sudden, these articles came out talking about all the fraudulent people who were getting Social Security disability. And they just had one article after another. And I understand there are going to be more Washington Post articles, or more articles about the fraudulent veterans. And I can tell you by the time they finished these articles, it was almost impossible to get someone Social Security disability. None of the judges wanted to be the one that paid the one person who was fraudulent. So they just denied everybody. It was awful. And I think this is the same attack about veterans. All of you have got to be asking yourself, the thing that we see is the fraud the VA is committing on veterans. And why is nobody talking about that? And I think there is a power that is somewhere that does not want, they are upset about the veterans getting these benefits. I think they are taking action against veterans. And I ask myself, why the Washington Post? It's in Washington. And where are all the BVA judges in Washington? And all of them are reading this. As you know, the regional office, sometimes you get benefits, sometimes you don't. But the board is where we've gotten our best benefits. And so if you want to influence somebody to take down the VA benefits for veterans, that's where you start. And I'm really upset about it. And I think you need to be thinking about it, and you need to be contacting your congressman, anybody influenced, because these are your benefits. And I'm telling you, I have seen the entire Social Security disability system taken down by these articles. And I'm afraid this is what's happening here.
The ironic thing is you see venues like this for years saying, well, we're fighting our longest war ever, and it's doing an immense amount of damage to the troops that are fighting it, whether it's traumatic brain injuries or toxic exposures from the burn pits or anything in between, and that you're going to have to pay the piper at some point when veterans need taken care of. And now that it's time to do that, you get a reverse. And these guys are making out like bandits while everybody else is hurting.
Right.
When it's easy to pick the low-hanging fruit or to simply embellish the stories that they had, which a lot of them were just that, embellishment. I could talk about the individual cases that they went over and how they're embellishing it. One, they should be ashamed of themselves.
They should.
And two, they don't see the kind of fight that veterans have put forth for decades to try to get benefits. You know, what's the purpose here? Why would you come out and attack veterans after we've just finished the longest wars of our history? You know, a lot of these guys had multiple tours in Iraq and Afghanistan, and you've still got Vietnam veterans that are sick. And VA's finally realizing, hey, some of these exposures that vets go through, they're actually legitimate. They're actually real, and they're actually dangerous, because that's brand new in a lot of respects. And now all of a sudden they got to walk that back. Give me a break. I'd love to have a conversation with the people that wrote that.
So would I. But we're telling you this because you have power. We're lawyers. Nobody cares if we're lawyers. You're veterans. You have a right to be heard. And I think you need to be heard. I am begging you, please get out there and fight, because I'm telling you, you're going to fight whether you know it or not. And it's a bad fight. So please help us and help yourself.
Hey, Nate here, Hill and Ponton's video guy. The video you just watched is expanded on further in this one right here. Learn something more, increase your rating. As Matt always says, knowledge is power. So go ahead,